like for a middle class person like me, so when we think
joke tha na? Okay.
so for a middle class person who wants to think about luxury, what are some long cuts, or maybe you can recommend some shortcuts to get that luxury?
मेरी लाइफ में कभी कुछ शॉर्टकट हुआ ही नहीं, मैं तो सब कुछ लॉन्गर कट है, बट स्टिल आई ट्राई आंसरिंग दिस क्वेश्चन. तो पहली बात, व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट दिस मिडिल क्लास एंड ऑल, आई थिंक इट्स वेरी पासे, इट्स जस्ट अ बाइफिकेशन ऑफ द सोसाइटी, राइट? एंड लग्जरी ऑल्सो नो, इट्स अ वेरी रिलेटिव टर्म. इफ यू आस्क मी, सी, किसी के लिए लग्जरी हो सकता है कि मेरे को एलवी का लेटेस्ट बैग मिल गया, किसी के लिए लग्जरी हो सकता है आई एम गोइंग टू नॉर्वे ऑन a family vacation. A luxury could be a 100-year-old single malt bottle. It could be an art piece, a painting that you're buying from maybe time immemorial. It could be an antique piece. So luxury is a very relative term. So basically, I believe luxury is something that you want to have, something that gives you happiness, and if it's giving an aspiration, yeah, it's doing the right thing. If it's making you work harder to achieve it, yes. So long cuts mein, I would always say ki, invest in quality over quantity. Maybe buy timeless classics, maybe buy stuff that you can pass on from generation to generation. That is what you should be doing instead of just following trends that change every second day. But yes, if you want to have a shortcut, then obviously we have sales, we have thrift shops, so that's how luxury and shortcuts come across. But again, there's another thing I wanted to say here. So everyone starts, who gets into luxury, does the same mistake, even I did. हमें ना सारे ट्रेंड्स खरीदने होते हैं, हमें सारी लेटेस्ट चीज़ें चाहिए, हमें सब कुछ चाहिए. वी बर्न अ लॉट ऑफ मनी एंड देन वी रियलाइज क्लासिक इज व्हाट वी रियली नीड टू डू. सो लाइक माई दादी यूज्ड टू से कि ना खुद मरे बिना स्वर्ग नहीं मिलता. यू हैव टू डाई टू एक्सपीरियंस हाउ हेवन इज. यू जस्ट कैन नॉट सिटिंग हियर एंड अज्यूम. इट्स सेम वे विद लग्जरी. सो इवेंचुअली यू ग्रेजुएट, इट्स अ प्रोसेस एंड देन यू विल कम टू क्लासिक्स. सो या, इफ इट्स गिविंग एन एस्पिरेशन, इट्स गिविंग यू हैप्पीनेस, डू इट.
एग्जैक्टली लाइक यू सेड कि यार कुछ भी ना मरे बिना नहीं मिलता. इवन हेवन, इफ यू हैव टू गो, यू हैव टू डाई फर्स्ट.
और हम हमेशा ना ये बोलते किस्मत, तो हम किस्मत के पीछे भागते हैं, पर किस्मत हमेशा मेहनत के पीछे भागती है.
तो इससे मुझे याद आया कि कैन यू प्लीज शेयर वन गुड एक्सपीरियंस फ्रॉम योर एंटरप्रेन्योरियल जर्नी एंड वन बैड एक्सपीरियंस.
यार गुड तो लाइफ में कम ही हुए हैं, पर बैड, हाँ, आई डोंट नो if it's a bad or experience or not, but when I started running this company, so I had this particular employee of mine. He was a 32-year-old guy and full of zeal, full of energy, and he always took this company as his own company. And there were times, because I have a daughter, I have responsibilities, so not every time I can just pack my bags and go to, because we work globally, so Latin America, South America, it was not feasible for me to do it every time. We go for 10 days, 15 days to sign contracts. So this guy used to manage my entire business for me, and he would know everyone. All the contacts were with him, and all the information, the mails, everything was under his control. Though I have access to mail of every employee of mine, I have a shared email ID with them. But this guy had mostly everything. It's a WhatsApp world. And one fine day, I get information that he passed away last night out of a heart attack. And for a second, I was blank. Not only professionally, but also it's the emotional connect that you have with your employees. Eventually they become a part of your extended family. And I just did not know what to do, so we did whatever needed to be done, in terms of his last rites. And 3-4 days after that, I go to office and I don't know where to start, because everyone has been coordinating with him, everyone has his number, everyone knows him as the face of the company. And I was really devastated, was the right word. And the next day, I hear my phone ringing, and his mother calls me and says that I want to send you something. So I was like, maybe कुछ वो 13वीं का कुछ कार्ड होगा, कुछ ऐसा देना होगा उनको. And she sends, I send my driver, and she sends his phone and his laptop to me, even after his death. And that day I realized that it's all about earning people in life. पैसा तो हर कोई कमा लेता है, अपने लोग कितने कमाए जो आपके साथ रहते हैं. She realized that without that information, I would go crashing down. And she made sure after her son's death, she sent everything to me so that I could start from scratch again. So that is one moment. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I still feel that लोगों के बिना हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते. तो हमें जिंदगी में सिर्फ मुझे लोग कमाने हैं. ऐसे लोग जो रात के 2 बजे भी मैं बोलूँ तो मेरे साथ खड़े हो. And thankfully I have a team like that. Yes. Even in my influencer sector, I have a team like this, and even in my professional life. So God has been really kind.
The only platform where you showcase your talent, or is there something else? Because how do you manage to look so perfect all the time?
So again, as I said earlier, perfection is overrated. But I think genuine connections are built with my people, my Insta family, what I call. They are my extended family who have been extensive part of my journey throughout. And I share a lot of details. I am a more behind the scenes person, because this is where you genuinely, relatively, really make a connection with someone. what you see is just a fraction of everything being perfect, but life is not always perfect. Life तो उन्हीं चीज़ों में है जहाँ पे imperfections हैं. The beauty lies in the imperfections, and that's the reason I want to show them my real side. अब ये मेरी पू वाली side है, मेरी पार्वती वाली side भी है. आप घर जाके देखोगे तो I'm in, you know, the most comfortable zone, and I want to share that also with them. And that's what I was telling about, that the younger generation should see the real beauty standards. Beauty is not always having the perfect hair and the perfect dress. No, it's much more than that.
Right.
So that's why I share a lot of things behind what I do in real life.
So has modeling also helped you grow your network professionally for your entrepreneurial background? So any glam stories you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my life has been full of glamour for sure. But I guess, yeah, the first time I walked the ramp, yeah, that was something very surreal for me. That was something that I always carry with me when I talk about the glam stories. Because I had always been on this side, you know, I mean, since when I was an entrepreneur, I used to go to fashion shows and look at them, ki wow, how. And the day I walked the ramp, na, मुझे लगा मैं हूँ ही नहीं, मतलब it was like I was having a third person view. वो जिसे कहते हैं ना आफ्टर डेथ एक्सपीरियंस टाइप, नहीं होता आदमी अपने आप को ऊपर से देख रहा है. I had that kind of a feeling.
You were nervous.
I was not nervous at all.
You were scared?
I was excited was the right word. I was way beyond excited. I was not at all nervous because I think I was born with it. And मुझे ऐसा लगा कि क्यों इतने साल मैंने ये नहीं किया. पर आई थिंक हर चीज़ का एक सही समय होता है, और जब वो उस सही समय पे की जाए तभी उसका मज़ा है. सो या दैट वाज, यू नो, या दैट वाज द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल मोमेंट. आई मीन आई रियली एंजॉयड दैट. थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग मी द वॉइस एज आई सेड अर्लियर. एंड बस मैं एक चीज़ बोलना चाहती हूँ, यू नो, लॉट ऑफ विमेन हु आर वॉचिंग दिस, सो प्लीज़ नेवर थिंक दैट इट्स टू लेट टू स्टार्ट. मेरी जर्नी से मैं सिर्फ यही बोलना चाहती हूँ, आई स्टार्ट माई फैशन जर्नी way beyond, you know, my teens or my young age, but all big journeys start from the first step. तो आप ये मत सोचो कि देर हो गई. हम सबके पास अपनी अपनी एक्सपर्टीज़ है, हम सबके पास अपने अपने फोटेज हैं. जस्ट फाइंड योर नीश, फाइंड योर कॉलिंग एंड डू इट.
So there is no age to start whatever you want to do. You can start at any age.
जैसे प्यार की कोई उम्र नहीं होती,
Right.
उसी तरह अपनी ख्वाहिशों को पूरी करने की कोई उम्र नहीं होती.
और करियर स्विच करने की भी कोई उम्र नहीं होती.
बिल्कुल नहीं होती, बिल्कुल नहीं. और अब नहीं तो कब. जो जा गया उसमें तो हम जा नहीं सकते. अब जो आगे आने वाला है वो करो जो आपका दिल करना चाहता है. फॉलो योर इंट्यूशन एंड यू विल एग्जैक्टली बी वेयर यू वांट टू बी. So just don't think, oh, I'm just a housewife. So क्या, maybe you know so much more that you yourself not aware of. So follow your calling and do it.
Right.
जब मैं कर सकती हूँ, जिसको कुछ नहीं आता, तो आप तो इतने टैलेंटेड हो, आप सब कर सकते हो, तो why not, you know? So it's all about believing in yourself, you know? तो हमें बस दूसरे को, मैं जब अपने से किसी बड़े आदमी से मिलती हूँ, मैं हमेशा यही देखती हूँ कि इसने ऐसा क्या किया जो मैं नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. एंड आई ट्राई फॉलोइंग दैट फुट स्टेप. हर आदमी, चाहे वो ऑटो रिक्शा वाला हो, चाहे वो उबर वाला हो, चाहे वो सब्जी वाला हो, हर आदमी हमें कुछ ना कुछ सिखा के जाता है. बस हमें सीखने के लिए अपना दिमाग ओपन रखना है.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
एंड दैट्स हाउ द जर्नी ग्रोज. एंड थैंक यू फॉर मेकिंग मी पार्ट ऑफ दिस जर्नी.
I learned so much from you today.